Let's cross now to Seema Gupta in Rome. Seema, it looks like the five-star movement has scored a victory if this exit poll is correct, and Italians have backed the idea of cutting the number of politicians.
Exactly. I mean, at the moment, this is what the latest exit polls seem to suggest, that some 60 to 64% of the electorate voted in favor of this change. It means cutting the parliamentarians, as you mentioned, 945. Currently, it will be brought down to 600, and that's both in the Senate as well as the lower house. Now, those who were for this change, they said that it would streamline parliamentary processes, it would save money. Critics, however, argued that the amount of saving is really minimal in terms of costs, and that it will actually disrupt parliamentary committees that are already in play. But if it is pushed ahead, as you mentioned, this will result in the country coming up with a new voting system, at least before the very next election, at the moment due in 2023. But yes, it definitely would be a win for the five-star movement. This was a populist proposal pushed forward by them to cut parliamentarians, to cut the fact that they get lots of money, and so let's streamline things. And clearly, if the exit polls are to be believed, Italians are for the idea.
Now, of course, you've also having at the same time these regional elections, which effectively are the first vote since the pandemic. So what are the exit polls saying at this point about the results of those regional elections?
Well, I mean, as you mentioned, it is the first test, if you like, since the coronavirus pandemic, the outbreak here in Italy, a test in a way for the central government, but really people seem to have focused on regional issues. And it's just 7 regions that are having this election to decide who's going to be leading it. And we saw a very clear decision by the center-right, and that's being led by the far-right League Party of Matteo Salvini, as well as Silvio Berlusconi's Forza Italia, and the other far-right party, Brothers of Italy. Now, they have decided to form a coalition in these regional elections, which has, in a way, perhaps maybe put themselves in a better position than, say, the centre-left, which is going in on its own, the Democratic Party, as well as the five-star movement representatives in each of these regions. And so what we've seen so far in terms of the exit polls, it appears as if the right has taken 3 out of those 7 regions. If we'll have to see, of course, the final count. But the key region of Tuscany, now this is a strong leftist, a stronghold of the left. It's in the Regione Rosso, the red regions of Italy, right in the center. And at the moment, it's neck and neck, too close to call whether it's going to stay in the hands of the center-left Democratic Party or really turn towards the right-wing candidate, which is she's from the League Party. She's 33 years old, a young candidate, as opposed to the Democratic Party candidate, who's some 61 years old. He's male. We'll have to see the final vote, though. At the moment, it's really neck and neck. But if it does turn to the right bloc, it will be a significant win for them.
Seema Gupta from Rome, thank you.